In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 wrong ways to save or to secure your child's future. Okay, now number 4 is one of those things that a lot of people don't think about, but it's necessary for you to think about it because it may not be the best for you or your family. Number 1, life insurance products. Please, I'm begging you, especially those of you in our community, if anybody is trying to convince you to use life insurance to save for your child's future, don't walk, run away from the person. Okay, you're going to spend a lot of money and have very, very little to show for it when your child is ready to go to school. I'm speaking from experience. I know many people who were put into life insurance products when their children were born. Now that their children are going to university, there's barely anything in that account. Okay, you're better off putting your money under your mattress. Number 2, group RESP. So group RESPs, I've done it in the previous video. There are different types of RESP. There's the individual, there's the family, and there's group RESP. So individual and family, you control it, or whoever opens it controls it. In the group RESP, an agent controls it, and it's a pooled account for different people. You don't want to put your money in that. One, they have very strict rules. So for example, let's say you're supposed to be putting $100 a month and you can't make that $100 this month. There are some of them where the rules say you're going to lose out on everything you've put in before. There have been cases whereby, for example, someone is supposed to be putting in $100 a month, and let's say for some reason, job loss or whatever issue, they are not able to make the $100 for a certain period. A lot of these group RESPs have very strict rules. You might lose out on, level of benefits. You might lose out on some of the government grants. You want to make sure you understand the rules as much as possible. Avoid them because they're just a mess. Number 3, single stocks. Now, unless you have a crystal ball, you don't know which account or which company is going to be relevant, say, quote unquote, 20 years from now. Now, we know, obviously, based on historical performance and all that, there's analysis you can do, but you want to be very careful because a stock that is high value today, by the time your child is going to university, may not be high value tomorrow. So it's very, very risky to put your savings for your child's future or money you want to use to secure your child's future in a single stock. Okay, so now, are there some that do very well? And yes, but for the most part, you want to be very, very careful because it's very risky. Number 4, high interest savings account or GIC. While these have their place in an overall financial plan, they do not belong in a plan where you're trying to save long term for a child's education. This is because the return on those types of accounts are very low. Okay, and in saving for your child's future, you have a long time frame. So you want to take advantage of that long time frame. If you give birth to a child today, you have at least 18, 20, even 25 years, depending on if the child decides to go to school later in life, okay? Or even longer, because for RESPs, I believe it's up to age 36, you can use it, okay? So you want to make sure you put it in something that is going to generate massive returns over the long term. And then number 5, about securing your child's future, is not having a will. I've seen way too many cases, situations whereby, for example, you have a child that's living in a single parent household. God forbid something happens to the parent, and all of a sudden a 16, 17-year-old is now homeless because their parent did not have a will in place and did not have a plan. Okay, nobody plans to die to a large extent. Nobody wants to think about it, but you have to think about it, especially if you have children. Make sure you have a will, have life insurance in place. Yeah, if your children are of minor age, make sure you speak to the person or to the people that you would want to be their guardian if anything were to ever happen to you. Okay, so to summarize again, 5 ways or 5 wrong ways to plan to save for your child's future or secure your child's future. 1, life insurance products, don't do it. 2, group RESPs, stay away. 3, single stocks, be very careful. Number 4, high interest savings accounts or GICs. They just don't bring about the return you need for that lengthy time frame. And number 5, not having a will. See you in the next video.